Kickstarter critique, where I take a look at a different Kickstarter tabletop game project every weekday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Give my honest thoughts on how the project is being ran, and today I'm very excited to be checking out, I think it was like the 127th most popular game on all of Kickstarter. That is Void, the cooperative card game. Work with your crew to stave off disaster and make your way home. So immediately, I hate the main image. I hate everything about the marquee. Literally the only thing I see here is, hey, it's a cooperative space game. Now, I do love cooperative and I do love space games, so those are two great things to spotlight. But when you think about all the other number of things that you could potentially spotlight here, I feel like this is just a wasted opportunity here on this front image. Like, cool, fancy artwork, whatever. As always, when we go in the video, I'm thinking three things. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? Ooh, they're super close to getting this across the finish line. Let's do that. As always, let's go for it. 3 minutes. Please don't tell me it's mostly themed.
The first interstellar flight in the history of humanity.
Our crew assembled from the many nations of Earth.
Our ship, able to jump through space to the sight of new stars and worlds.
It was to be humanity's greatest scientific triumph.
It's a nice player count.
But something went wrong.
Where we emerge is nowhere near our intended jump target.
Our engine is near failure.
Our systems were not designed to withstand so long a mission.
Or to endure prolonged exposure to the dangers of deep space.
I'm afraid.
I'm afraid. I think we're all afraid.
But we must endure.
We must persevere.
We must
somehow make our way home and survive the void.
Come on, you can do it. Components.
Hi,
Personal
I'm
touch.
J. Everett Nickel, the designer and artist behind Void. Void is a hard sci-fi cooperative card game that I've been working on for a few years now. It's fun and tactical and can fit in a bag or a small nook on your gaming shelf. It can be played solo or with as many players as you have crew cards. I'm very proud of what I've created. I designed the first prototype initially with a set of index cards, when my friends gave it the name Dying in Space the Game. I also made every piece of art for the cards myself in what has truly been a labor of love. The game has been through dozens and dozens of playtests, also I could make something ready to put into the world, and that I could be proud of, because I love sci-fi, tabletop gaming, and cooperative play.
Looks
But
cool
this
on the
is
table.
more than the vanity release of a wannabe auteur. This is the launch of something I hope will be much bigger. Something I've wanted to do for a long time, and that is to create a free and open source game publisher. That's what I'm trying to do with Free For All Media. As such, all the art for Void is released under Creative Commons licenses already, and the entirety of the game text will be also. That means you can use the art for your own projects and can build your own custom crew cards, new systems or mission sets, and even release and sell your own expansions.
Indiana's where I'm from.
Last but not least, during the campaign only, backers like you will have the opportunity to have your own likeness used for special crew cards.
Nice.
You can
Just gotta
appear
give
as
me a
any of the
chunk
crew
of the money.
members and then play the game as yourself. So stay safe out there among the stars. Anyway, I hope you'll join me on this journey into unknown territory and creating a game that's cooperative in more ways than one.
Oh, they're talking about because I need your help to make it cooperative. Got it. Okay. It looks fine. Looks like a fun little space game. I don't feel like after the video, do I want it? I'm intrigued. I think it's going to be heavily attached to the price. Hopefully they went through a good manufacturer, and so they're getting themselves a decent price. I will say, though, on a project like this, a lot of the time, I see people who don't shop around on their manufacturing, and I hope that's not the case here. But after the video, do I want it? Maybe. Can you do it? Maybe. And then how much is it? I don't know. Hopefully it'll beat around the bush when we get to the price. J. Everett Nickel, a tabletop game studio dedicated to free and open source, blah, blah, blah. I got it. I can use the art. Cool. The characters of Quest, one of the largest open source collections of full color characters in the world. Okay, so they did some characters and 19 people raised $1,400. What the hell? Oh. This looks okay. Yeah, okay. The less said about that project, the better. That one looks like, oh yeah, they funded, but like, did they? Yeah, we know what we're saying here. From 6 different crew members to choose from, there are many combos to discover, so they're asymmetrical special abilities. Cool. Love that. How's it play? Hopefully there's a gameplay video. Cooperative card game. Play solo or as many players as there are crew cards. This way you just say 1 to 6 players on the front. Also, the time length would be nice. You said it was quick, I think. Why don't you just tell me a time? Stuff. Lots of words. Lots of words. Creative comments. Still don't care. Oh, man. This really looks like you did not take a look around the room at all the other Kickstarters that are... Just go look at 10 popular Kickstarters. If you're going to launch a Kickstarter project, that is the least you should do. Is go just look at 10 popular board game Kickstarters from this year. And just write down everything you're like, ooh, that's a good idea. Ooh, I like that. I like how they did this. I like how they did that. And then steal all their ideas and put them in there. Because it's not stealing, it's industry standard. And you clearly did not do the industry standard here. No shipping, no gameplay video, no previews, no quotes. Ugh. So immediately the can you do it makes me feel a lot less comfortable. So let's check out these pledge levels. You're kind of forcing me to do it over here. Man, nothing over here. And no FAQ? Really? Nobody asked any questions? Okay. Dollar, support, got it, $3. So, crewmate, $30 for the game. That's reasonable. I'd love to know how many cards there were. I'd love to know if it was just cards or if there's some other aspect of the game. Is that in here? Is it just not... Is it not, Yeah. Okay. Then we have the pilot. So this is you getting into the game. So one person bought that. The operations officer, you getting into the game. So $500 right there. And that's why I love having these. Original painting, original painting, original painting. Pre-flight technician. So 41 early birds. And that really is. That's a huge chunk of it right there. Good for them. That's, what was that? A couple grand? All right. Man, there's a lot of pledge levels here. Okay. Yikes. Do I want it? Not particularly. Not without a gameplay video. Not without a rule booklet, too. Like, not having a rule booklet, that's pretty inexcusable. And it's a way to make your Kickstarter project better. What's up, Eric? Just because people are going to say, hey, you're missing a period here, or you misspelled this, or this is kind of unclear, or confusing, or do you mean this or this? Like, there's so many things that you could be getting here from the, 100 people? The 120 people who might look at your rule booklet. You know, maybe 5% of them look at your rule booklet. Let's break that down. That's 6 people eyeballing your rule booklet, and your rule booklet's going to immediately get better if they say something to you. So not having it here is just inexcusable and amateurish, honestly. Especially if you're, dozens of playtests in, as you put it. Not a fan. Not a fan at all. No FAQs either. I got questions. How much is shipping? How much am I paying for shipping here? Is it $30 in and out the door? Is the shipping free? Did you even cover this at all? Yeah, risk and challenges. Whatever. Oh man, this is rough. Update. Let's give it to it. A stellar first day. Sorry for the fun, but over the moon. Did again with the exception of our first day at the 24-hour, but there's still a campaign. It was 5 days ago. Also keep an eye out for more collaborations with Kim Holm. If you don't know about him, he's another prolific creator of creative. So that's what those are. Like, hey, get some fancy artwork. Got it. No comments. No hearts? Okay, 5 people. I was going to say, that is really impressive if no one even liked your thing. An interesting, aesthetically attractive design. Maybe we have a gameplay video as well. I'm working on it right now. I'll be posting the rules doc soon. Oh, come on, man. Like, what? Why were you in such a rush that you'd put this up without that? Like, was there some sort of unforeseen, pressure that you're like, I gotta post this now. I gotta get this thing up now. I tried to get in touch with you via other media, but you're not on Facebook, and I need to be a Patreon if you're to get in touch on that platform. So I've backed this just to let you know has been a Void sci-fi table game miniatures game around for 20 years. I'd appreciate it if you can contact me directly. Oh, so they're saying, hey, there's already a game with your name, so you probably shouldn't do that because A, they might tell you to chill out with it and maybe cease and desist. I don't know if that's what potentially could happen. But B, it's going to make it more difficult to find your game as well. And once again, these are the kind of things you should really look into before you launch the Kickstarter. Like, are you that attached to the name Void? Since you're a Kickstarter creator yourself, you know very well there's a large green contact me button on the creator's profile available even to non-backers. I'm puzzled then by your use of needing to comment here for everyone to see. You seemed a decent fellow, so I don't think you meant your comment to be threatening, but the vagueness of the wording could be read to imply that you think there's some complication of the name of the game, legal or otherwise. Since this might stay near the top of the comment for a while, yeah, you could be turning off some backers. You might owe this creator an apology. Really? I don't think so. I think the creator might owe them, like... This game is going to be open source under Creative Commons, so it'll be perfectly legal for everyone to print out a copy. I'll probably make a print and play version myself, time permitting. Do you even have that as a pledge level? No. So once again, just... Especially if you're trying to do the whole, oh, we're open source, man, free for everybody, which is fine, I love it, great, good stuff. But, I mean... Print and play kind of screams that. Really hoping the success of the Void. Let's go. Okay, so after this, oh man, do I want it? Not really. I have not been wowed. I don't have a video. I don't have a gameplay. All I have is like, oh, that looks kind of neat the way it's set up on the table. Like, that looks fun. That looks like a fun little solo game that I'd like to play. I don't know the time length. I don't know the age. I don't know the components. I don't know the rule booklet. I don't have a gameplay video. I don't have a preview. I don't have any quotes. And I don't have a good grade. At the end of the day, before I give a bad grade to a project, I always try and say, what do I think they did really well? Or well, just well in general. And from the marquee to the video, which was just the first minute of just fluff, absolute thematic fluff. Because here's the thing. You could make that video about the crew. The massively popular cooperative trick-taking game that has absolutely zero theme. You could slap that video on there, and no one would be like, okay, yeah, I guess that's the crew. But it's just how thematic is it actually? That's what I'm saying. Leading with that, I don't know. Final grade. Is it? There's no shipping. There's no pledge areas. There's no reason to come back. Not that you need that. I do like the fact that they're probably going to get this across the finish line because, you know, one backer can just go from this level to the 250 and they can make it happen. The price is not terrible, I don't think. Granted, you haven't actually shown me the component list, and you haven't shown me the. It's an F. I can't. Keeps going D. Well, I don't even know how much it cost. I don't know how much the shipping is. I don't know what the components are. I don't know what the rules are. I know nothing. Like, when I went into this, before I went into this, I knew that this was a cooperative space game. And going out of it, I know it's a cooperative space game. I do know it has a great player count at 1 to 6 players. And I do know... that's it. F. This just clearly looks like they didn't take a look around the room and see what, because there's no shipping, there's no FAQ, like there's no rule booklet, like we're 5 days into this too. Boy, the cooperative card game, I can't really find anything that I consider. I do like the personal touch. We'll go D-. I like the personal touch. I like the Creative Commons because that's an interesting aspect that not every game has. I would mention that in the marquee, honestly. Like, once again, I go back to that main image where I said it doesn't look spectacular. It definitely looks like it'd have more. I feel like that's there. I feel like 1 to 6 players is there. I feel like the time count, the player link, obviously there. How did it raise 9K? Early bird. I mean, it's what early birds, man. Early birds are great. Is that initial big boom to get you started? They got the pledge levels where you can give them $250, which you figure it, $250, that's a decent chunk they pledge. I'm going to go with a D-. How can it get F-? F is fair. Well, I'd go F-. It said, oh, I meant D-. I'm going to go with a D-. Let me know in the comments below what's your final grade for Void, the cooperative card game. And as always, if you're enjoying the content, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below. Bye-bye.